What it do, what it do, what it do. Excuse me, YouTube. It's your boy DJ, and I'm back with another banging episode of OTP. Tonight we're joined by another podcast group. Y'all already know what the title says, man. We're joined by Noughty business tonight, so we're gonna definitely get down to some business, but it ain't gonna be naughty. I know y'all thinking crazy out there, so pause. But y'all taking mad crazy. Y'all can't be thinking like that, not on this show. but hey man, we're joined by Phil of Constrictly Business. I know some of y'all know Phil. Definitely been out there making strides, man, trying to get make sure y'all recognize. If y'all don't know who Phil is, y'all make sure y'all follow him and check out their show, bro. So they definitely Phil in there, and they definitely got a dope show. More like a hangout, kind of vibe like this. They are caucus cousins on the other side. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, we're also joined by Darren of Dreadnought Pythons, man. So it's gonna be a good time. The Californian that's from Louisiana is what I'm calling him now. Since I got to know him a little bit backstage. Love his accent, man. Y'all gonna love it too. It's definitely gonna be a good time. But before we get too far into that, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Make sure y'all share this out. And you know what I'm saying? If y'all want to check out that daily or weekly content, actually, because I ain't doing it like Wiz and Keys like that. They got that. I salute to them with the daily content. But make sure y'all come check out my weekly content, man. Some weeks I might be feeling good. I might do 2 episodes instead of 1. You know what I'm saying? All depends on how I'm feeling that week. But before we get any further into it, I gotta bring up my co-host, man. Definitely can't do this without them. So they had a show yesterday on the Whiskey Bomb Network. If y'all ain't seen it, y'all gotta definitely go check out the replay. Hashtag replay gang on that. They'll let you know what the name of the show is when I bring them onto the stage. I ain't gonna ruin it. That's their thing now. I'm definitely proud of them boys. The boys done jumped off the porch and they running with it, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely letting y'all see a side of them that most probably wouldn't even know. So definitely proud of my crew, proud of my boys, my guys. Man, I definitely salute Keys and Wiz and KG, you know what I'm saying, that whole Whiskey Bomb Network. I'm sorry, for definitely, letting us as a group, because I'm gonna also be on there too soon. I got a show on there too as well. But just shout out to Keys and Wiz for just, you know what I'm saying, letting us join on the tag team, man, and come for the ride, man. Pause. Over there on that side of things. It is. So, without further ado, we bring to you the crew. Brian and B, what it do, my boys? What up, guys? What up?
What's good? What's good?
Gang, man. What's up?
Yeah, man. Let them know the name of that show y'all on, man.
The Great Outdoors.
Yes,
I am a partner with Brian, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Wow himself, and Chris also, and also now we got a 4th person also that we just recently.
Oh snap! Y'all got another addition already. That's what's up. What's up. Y'all boys definitely was doing y'all thing, man. I checked y'all out yesterday. Y'all boys y'all got a lot to talk about when it comes to that outdoor life.
Bro, actually, it was fun.
That's what's up, bro. That is what's up. I'm glad y'all getting out y'all share though. You know what I'm saying? Brandon, not so. Brandon, he gonna talk regardless. Brandon don't care who you are. But Brandon gonna mess with you, depending on who you are. But I'm glad that y'all getting out y'all. I'm glad that y'all, extending y'all reach, man. That's dope. That's really dope.
Yeah.
But we would have had
sharing the show.
Oh, not real. We would have had our 4th co-host tonight, but I just want y'all to make sure y'all send some prayers up for her, man, and her family. Just send some prayers up. They just got some things they're handling and they're dealing with right now. We just want to let her know that we got her on our minds and in our hearts, and we're praying for her family, man. So kudos to them. But before we continue with this, I gotta pay the bills, so I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I find. There we go.
Look at that.
So y'all make sure y'all sit back, relax, and y'all definitely look at these sponsorship videos because the creativity and time that it takes to do this for y'all, to make y'all laugh and enjoy it, it's a lot. I just want y'all to understand that this content creating space is a very, 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 very difficult space at times. Very difficult at times.
We appreciate you for doing it, bro.
For sure, bro. I appreciate it.
Hey, you really be on top of it. I ain't gonna.
Sometimes really you just gotta pay homage to prophecy.
And with that, we're gonna cut these commercials. It is. Shout out to Grey Rider Reptiles, one of the leading share testing brands in this hobby, as well as breeders of the ball python community. They have numerous tests ranging from the yellow belly morph to morphs like sunset and are growing every day. If you're wanting to find out the genetics of your ball python, just send it in to Grey Rider Reptiles and they'll take care of it. Their website is www.sharetesting.com. Let them know that I sent you. Here it is. Hey man, shout out to the unofficial sponsor of the channel, K. Joseph. Rising B-list celebrity in this hobby, KG got that all-around great knowledge, and he's also a great guy. If y'all aren't in the Patreon, it's a problem. And as always, it ain't a project unless you put a bomb in it. Oh yeah, and make sure you send the link. Shout out to BNS Reptilia, distributor of coconut substrate The Chipper and their premium coconut substrate Cocoa to Go. BNS prides themselves on immaculate customer service and always putting their customers first. You can reach BNS Reptilia on Instagram for your substrate needs. Tell them that I referred you. And once again, thank you for being a sponsor, BNS. We appreciate you.
What? If you playing a game, what is that?
I was feeling real festive.
You know what I'm talking about? I'm a slave for you.
Yeah, man. Every time I see those commercials, bro, I'll be weak, bro. You know what? I was feeling festive. I don't even know why that came to my mind first. That shit was just funny as hell.
He said, "Are we playing a game?"
It was random, bro. Bro, that shit was random.
That's hilarious, bro.
Shout out to Tim,
man. I've seen that shit 100 times and I still can't get over it.
It's funny every time, ain't it? That shit's crazy. That's crazy. Before we bring out the guests, let's go ahead and say what's up to the family, man, in the chat. The crew. Shout out. Oh, all right, Ash. I like that logo, bro. Shout out to Morph Minded, man.
Malice. Hey.
Mr. Malice himself.
Hey, I like the play on words right there. I like how he did that.
Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah, it's tough.
Good, solid assassin. You were second today, my boy. You were second today. Shauna, what it do? It's a wild Shauna. A wild Shauna at the beginning. I'm gonna make that, bro. I'm gonna make that. I got it. Oh my god, I got it. I'm gonna make that something. I'm going to make that something. And every time Shauna pops up, I'm gonna play it, bro. I'm probably. What else we got?
Gotta make a siren or something.
What's good, motherfucker? What's good, Forge family, man? Appreciate you, man. The
Good evening.
Them boys ready. All right, my brother, what it do, man? What
up, my bro?
Appreciate you tapping in, bro. Mr. Condro himself. What's good, Raj? Appreciate you loyal supporting the game, man.
What's good? Dude's orange game is on point, by the way.
B, how you feeling today, B?
On
What up,
point.
baby? Man, talk to himself.
What up? What
Man,
up,
funny
man?
as hell. What's good, Sean? What it do? What it do,
What
man?
up, man?
Appreciate you, bro. Twisted, what it do? Appreciate you for tapping in.
What's
Appreciate you as always. I like that logo too. That logo tough.
Yeah, that's just what I was looking at.
Dope
What
boy
it do,
fresh in
DJ?
the
What it do?
building.
Dope
Dude,
boy himself,
thanks for
man.
tapping in.
What up? Tapping in, he double dipping in this month. What it do?
What
Whiskey
up, bro?
Bomb Network, man. What up? What up? What up? What up? Appreciate you for tapping
What
in. For
is
me,
good,
man.
my
Y'all
bro?
got that. Y'all make sure y'all check out Genetic Canvas after this too, man. They got the what gene they got on tonight? Is it Mandarin?
Monarch, I think.
Monarch. Monarch. Yeah, I know something with the M. I can't
Monarch,
remember.
yes, Monarch.
Reed,
What
what
up,
up?
Brian?
That's 5 minutes.
The heathen.
The heathen. I'm weak. Man, 5 minutes late. Phil tapped in. Phil double dipping. Yo, everybody just double dip tonight. I see.
What?
I'm
What?
loving it. Uh-oh, Ash.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
what's up, Ash?
Queen Hypo herself. Queen Hypo is in the building. What it do?
Yo, the stranger
free.
boy I got from
What up?
her is
Don't know
solid
who you are, but I
worker.
appreciate you for tapping in. I might know who you are, but I don't. I heard you. You said the stranger that you got from her? I don't even know what that means.
Nice.
A
I
hustle,
think they
hustle,
foreign,
hustle.
bro. We got foreign in the building tonight, bro.
Overseas?
foreign.
We got overseas?
Life with
Foreign?
Bree.
Life with
We got
Bree.
foreign in the house.
Mr. Spooner
Also
listens
came
himself.
out of retirement, bro.
BBC, let him tell her the Ball Breeders Club affiliate.
What up? What up?
What a do? What's good, Pat? Hey, bro, that music video you made, bro, that joint tough, bro. That demon, he got a video out called Demon. It ain't even about demon. It's about demons per se, but it's like a conversation between the angel and the demon. Hey, that concept is tough.
Dope.
Check it out, bro. Check it out. Check it out on his YouTube, bro.
I'm gonna have to
Check
send
out
him
his
some
YouTube.
stuff, man. I used to make music back in the day. I'm gonna definitely have to send him some stuff.
Facts. What's good, Jeff? Appreciate you for tapping in, bro. Definitely just made you. I swiped your pause. I did. I did.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I already swiped. Change them blue.
What up,
What else
Rock?
we got? What up, Rock? Appreciate you for tapping in, brother.
Rock in the building.
The artist formerly known as
That's
Rock.
the 2% himself.
Mr. 2%. The Pink Panther. What it do,
What's good,
Sammy?
Sam?
Appreciate you for tapping in, bro.
I think that's everybody. Hold up. Nope.
Was everybody you saw? Nah, we're missing Vinny.
Nah.
What it do?
What
The
up,
Monarch
Vinny?
himself. The Monarch up in the rookie of the year. What up, Vinny? Appreciate you for tapping in, bro. Even though it's still T-Mo Tramel.
Nope, that's still not it. We got more. We got more.
Oh, what it do,
Yeah,
Blake?
Blake.
I'm free. Everybody tapping in now. Appreciate you for tapping in.
Let's
Man.
go.
Show for show.
All right, now we at the bottom.
He said that shit like we had a lot more left. Hey man, Pat, for real, drop that YouTube. He dropped the YouTube link in there, man. I see it. Man. He dropped that YouTube link in there. Yeah, somebody put it on the screen. There it is. There it is. There it is, y'all. Copy that link, man. Y'all follow Pat, man. Check out that music video for real, for real. Definitely dope.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I'm gonna definitely go
For
over
sure.
there. As soon as we get off of here, I'm gonna head on over there and watch that.
Yeah.
That's a bet. Yeah, man. So I can't necessarily bring the guest out without showing y'all one more thing. Only because I know at least one of them, he's a part of this thing. For those of y'all that don't know, I'm gonna let y'all check this out right here. You dig?
It's called EPIC, the Exotic Pet Industry Conference, and it's free to register at epic.live. EPIC is over 20 special guests across 16 sessions covering industry trends, marketing, branding, podcasting, and YouTube. EPIC is for pet keepers and breeders. It's for gecko and invert lovers. It's for snake and spider lovers. EPIC is for anyone who enjoys these amazing animals. Did I mention it's free? Register now at epic.live.
Yes, sir, man. And with that,
Here we are.
Coming to the stage. Well, came to the stage. Pause. We have Phil of Constricted Business.
What's up?
And then we have Darren of Dreadnought Python. Hold on, I'm
One and
trying
only.
to move y'all
Welcome.
around. Okay, boom, there we go. All right, man, how y'all feeling tonight, fellas?
Good, man. Good. How are you guys?
Feeling pretty
Amazing,
good.
bro.
Thanks for spinning that epic promo. That's awesome. Appreciate that.
Facts.
Man, that's gonna be a good time for sure.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I can't wait for that shit.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
registered.
no doubt.
Is
So
everybody
they
on the
mentioned
panel
I was-
registered?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
as soon as
see.
they
I
mentioned
read
it,
it
I was
already,
already in there.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. That's gonna be dope. A lot of
Yeah,
information,
first
a lot
of its
knowledge
kind,
shared.
and it should be. We're aiming for it to be kind of every 6 months going forward. This first one is kind of a proof of concept. Huge sponsors on board. Multi-million-dollar international companies. It's amazing to have like Chewy.com come on board. Reptile Basics. You've got Josh's Frogs. You've got Redline Shipping. So it's just pretty awesome to see that kind of clout come to the table. Robin Markland of Redline. He's been really quintessential in kind of getting some of the Ryan Cusco's of the world, the Wickens Reptiles, Adam, to come on board.
Yeah.
So his connections have been great. So has Chris, the fat man. They've really drawn in. They called in some favors, and people have been pretty much a resounding, I would say 95% success rate. We say, hey, you want to be a guest? And it's been pretty damn good. And of course, Craig, the bash coder, this has been his baby. This is his brainchild. And so without him tapping the right people to get things in place, I don't think it would have come together. And then it's all fallen into place with the Whiskey Bomb Network. Those guys were great. I got to meet them in Atlanta, as well as Mike, Herb Collectors, and Nikki and Kurt, Irresistibles. And so it's just been a really neat group. Adam of Proper Royals. So it's been a neat group. I'm actually a producer for the Business Breeder track. So
Okay, let's do it. Let's go.
I don't know why they picked me, but here I am.
Hey man, it had to be something that was radiating from you, man. Pause.
I mean, it fits. You might be the only breeder that has business in your name. So
true.
That's why, man. This has been by design. I got into reptiles long ago, in 93, 94. And I worked at the biggest reptile shop in St. Louis for about a year and a half till it closed. The owner had health issues, and then I was a keeper at the St. Louis Zoo in the children's portion where we actually had animals back then before they changed it. So it was pretty cool. I was a keeper by 17, and then I ended up doing saltwater reef keeping commercially, installations, 5 years in St. Louis and 5 years in Clearwater, Tampa, St. Pete. So I've worked with animals, and I was a paramedic firefighter for a decade. So I seem to be a glutton for taking care of others. So it's just kind of been a lifelong thing for real. I didn't get into ball pythons initially, so that's why I don't have like a ball python morph type name, So I wanted green trees and I wanted Brazilian rainbows my whole life, 30 years. I never had them. So I got into this, and that's what I started with. And I got back into reptiles about a decade ago, but I didn't do crap with them in my 20s and 30s. Too busy partying and marriage and just life, work. So I got back into them, and I said, fuck it. I'm going to do the things I really love that I've always wanted. I'm going to do it and start as cheap as possible. And if I can succeed, then I'll get a more expensive animal and continue to challenge myself, as opposed to hey, I'm going to go spend $5,000 on a designer chondro and then go, oh crap, it's dead. So I spent $300 on a captive hatch, and it's a fantastic animal, but I wasn't going to just be foolish enough to be like, oh, I'm just going to jump in and do it. No, I approached chondros. I read The More Complete Chondro by Greg Maxwell cover to cover before I bought one.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
I just very purposeful.
Make sure you did the research. That's stuff.
Mm,
Well, before we get too far, because everybody, that's Phil. Darren, go ahead and introduce yourself for folks that's stepping in for the first time. They might not know who you are here on our side. Thanks. Let us know where you're from, who you are, how long you've been doing it, what's your primary animal.
Man, I'm Darren, Dreadnought Pythons. Everybody just usually call me Dread. I don't know. This is something I always wanted to do. I'm from East Texas, Louisiana, born on the bayou on the Texas line. I'm out here in Cali, West Coast. I came out here in the military, did my time, stayed, worked, life happens, but had kids, whatever. And then like 2011, I'd always had growing up in East Texas and Louisiana, man. You're hunting and fishing. We're catching turtles and snakes all the time, lizards, whatever. We've always had all that. And I just always kind of been into it. I used to love going to the zoo, fishing, and just being out in the woods, out in the wild. But my first exotic was a ball python because a buddy of mine had some when I was a kid in junior high. He had he had Burmese and boas. And I wound up getting a ball python, and that worked out for a while. And it just, back then we just didn't know how to take care of them. It got sick, so the pet store took it back. And then I got a green tree iguana. That joker we had that sucker for like 13 years. And yeah. And then, in 2011, I wanted to get back into this and, researching. And again, life happens, and I think I had got me an albino, and I'd always had I always liked normal. So I just had one, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe I want to start breeding and, seeing the spider and the Mojave and start learning about it a little bit, but we couldn't get into it then. And so now I'm retired and kind of just, my boy brought one home 2 years ago, I guess 2023. I want to get a snake. All right, cool. Well, he brought one home, and then that lit the fire, and we got into it, and here we are, figuring it out, and bumps in the roads and taking our licks, but we're still ticking along, and, trying to get our footing and get our traction. I love it. This is fun. I met Phil over on TikTok and doing our hangouts and having a good time, and, and it's like, hey, man, let's do something different, not just a podcast.
What made y'all do the podcast, though?
Yeah.
Type of vibe.
Well, because we was doing the hangouts all the time, and okay. I just, and you're always just showing your snakes, right? We're showing the same snakes over and over with the same people, and even when you just do a live and you're showing snakes to try to move animals, it's like, let's do something a little bit different, And I just wanted to just start meeting people on the TikTok side, right? Different keepers in the hobby, and not just ball pythons. And because all of our friends had other type of animals too, everybody had geckos and Euromastics and, different boas and retics, right? That we'd always have in our hangouts. Well, I said, hey, Phil, hey, Phil, what do you think if we do something different? And he's like, dude, let's roll with it. And he goes, and it ain't going to be just ball pythons. I'm going to take it every direction I said, it's yours. And hence Noughty Business was born, and we've been having a good time, having fun, and he's the man behind the whole show. I mean,
okay,
he feels it. He's our guy.
That's what's up.
I support him the best way I can. I'm not a techie by no means. It kicks my butt every day of the week.
It was Dred's idea, so that's why that's why we're brothers, man. We're twinsies, man. We're inseparable. They nothing that I know that he don't, and vice versa. So
I feel like I'm riding his coattails, but that's okay because I'm gonna support him every way I can.
Dude, I'd be boring if it wasn't for you. That's the thing. It's like, it's like Andy Richter with Conan O'Brien, or like Ed McMahon with Johnny Carson. I mean, you got to have that chemistry, and that's what I think that's what vibes.
I don't know what it is. I mean, I've never met him in person. This has just been all over TikTok, and I don't know. Right, I put him up in the box to hang out. We started shooting the bull, and I don't know. I guess we hung out 2 or 3 times, and it just clicked every time. He'd jump on off to Strictly Zone, and the hangouts was great. And we started noticing we was having bigger crowds coming through the hangouts with me and him. Right. And I mean,
if it was just me, it was lame. If it was just him, he did better than I did solo, actually.
But then we get together, and then Naughty Nation was born.
So, Naughty Nation, bro. That's
Naughty Nation.
Naughty Nation. Our subscribers, the Naughties. You were on the Naughty
Naughties.
I like that play. That was a dope play on words.
We started our first show. So I didn't touch TikTok till like late the third week of May. Literally never even been on the app, never stepped finger on it, never did anything there. I started that account near the end of May, and by July 24th, we did our first show, and it was always scheduled. It started out as Wednesdays at 7 Central, but we wanted to do something scheduled and organized that people could hang their hat on, because everything was just a Wild West willy-nilly on TikTok. You might be on, you might be off. You might spend 10 hours, you might spend 10 minutes. And we were like, screw that. Let's do something organized. And so we started, I did the promos and just put some kind of just some adult background to it, just some backbone, you know, some meat and potatoes that made sense instead of just being like, hey, we're hanging out. And that was July 24th of 24. By the end of the year, we had ironically 24 shows, and we couldn't have planned that. So serendipitous. But if you add 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, it's 6, 6, 6. So what does that mean?
That's crazy. So what does that mean?
Yeah, I used to watch. I watch y'all. Like if I'm on there and I do see y'all pop up, I definitely step through and watch y'all.
Nice.
What do you feel like on the TikTok platform compared to all the other platforms? What do you feel like gives you the best benefit?
Ashley got motherfucking jokes. Ashley.
That's what I'm over here cracking up about by myself.
Ashley
I
got
read that
jokes.
comment.
So the TikTok, man, it opened so many doors. I can't, for what I'm upset about with TikTok nowadays, since the first of the year, and how your monetization's gone down, the crap I crap about, and I have to pay credit where credit's due, man. For me and Dread, it opened so many doors. We wouldn't have had. I mean, I just picked up the phone. I woke up one morning, felt ballsy, thought I might call Bob Vu, and I did, and he did the show. Like the Herp and Harbins, like I just started getting people. They don't know me from Adam back then, you know, in August, September, October last year. So I just started reaching out, and they're going to say yes or no. And everybody kept saying yes. And I'm like, what the hell? I had no idea why.
Hey, let me tell you. When Kyle Hoffman jumped on with us one day just to hang out, I was blown away. I was like, this is cool. You know, Kyle loves to hang out with everybody anyway, but I'm nobody. I just barely got into this. And man, he's on there telling us all kind of cool stuff, you know.
4 hours. Awesome. Me and Dredd got off
the first
live
time.
after 4 hours. Kyle Hoffman's, he'll tell you he's got ADHD. He don't stand nowhere for 4 hours. Not much less 4 minutes. He was on live with us for 4 hours and showed us all this stuff, how to cuck your male to get the right male to breed. And we were just like, we had no idea. Awesome. And we got on live and we picked up the phone. I go, Dredd, what the fuck just happened to our minds? Like we just learned like the secret in the box. Like what? And we revamped our collections. We sold off our pastel. I sold off ready to breed animals, a handful of them for last year. I don't have eggs because I got rid of cheap snakes because I got it through my, immature head that I wasn't going to spend the same resources to make $50 snakes that I can't sell because I could easily make $500 snakes or whatever more.
Yep.
And then sell them or make my project go further. So I got it through my head and it just really helped me out. And then being in Emilio Villarino's Patreon helped me out as well. Between him and Kyle Hoffman, I just started to hear, what I needed to hear because like I said, my mind was immature as far as what I needed to know or what I did know about ball pythons. Dredd had 6 clutches last year. I had 0. So Dredd brings me, he's my street cred, man. I'm just the pretty boy. Dredd's my heavy, you know what I mean? Like we're ride or dies, so he with his experience and what we've learned, we chased out stupid genes from our freaking collections and learned from some of the best that have been doing it 20 years and just 2 ears, 1 mouth and use them appropriately.
Yeah. So on that show, how many rants did Kyle have?
I don't know. That wasn't even a show. That was before. That's what kind of pushed us to do the show, I think, Dredd, wasn't it? Or was it in the very beginning?
I think it was
just a hangout.
Just a hangout.
Oh, he gets on a soapbox, man. Look out. Oh, don't you know? I'm going to be telling you about how you want to do this over here. I got 8,000 mice.
Awesome.
Man, I love when Kyle be on, man.
He's awesome, dude. And he'll answer anytime I message him, man. And I don't bug him too much, but I'll message him a question. I mean, he answers it straight away. He don't wait.
Oh yeah.
But that gave us the energy, to go, hey, this is cool, and look at what we're doing. I'm still in the revamp process. I just moved out of a 10 by 10 bedroom into this room here. I don't know. This is probably 500 square feet in here. And I'm still in the processes of getting it all cleaned up and revamping and, trying to go in the right or the direction I feel like I want to work, But I did do good at my first local show. I sold everything I had for sale on the table.
How many was that, Dredd?
We sold probably total between me and my buddy that's getting out of it. I bet we sold like 35 snakes total.
Damn.
At a show.
Right.
Nice.
This is in Bakersfield. Okay. Granted, Bakersfield, California. Right. So we literally, and we wasn't even in the building. It's Central Valley Reptile Expo. We wasn't even in the building where all the reptiles was. We was over where they keep the pets. But we was conveniently located across from the ATM machine, just in case. So I'll just tell you what I did. All right, it is what it is. I mean, you're gonna hear about it anyway because we're gonna keep doing it. We did a raffle. I said, what if we do some raffles? Because a lot of this we got is pet quality. You know, I'm trying to get into it. It's on morph market, not getting any interest on there. Well, okay, I can value these snakes for this. Even if I had something valued for $75, we had it in $100 raffle, $5 a ticket. Okay, 20 tickets. As soon as them tickets are sold, we did the raffle. As fast as we can move those tickets, we did the raffle. Okay, we did 15 raffles, I know, or more both days. I mean, I sold a few snakes, you know, right there off the table, but the rest of it was raffles, man. If it was a $200 snake, we just adjusted, right? 30 tickets, 40 tickets. As fast as we was going, you know, get it in the raffle, right? If you ain't in it, you ain't gonna win it. You know, whatever, man. I'm hooting and hollering and carrying on and keeping the vibe up. And who's not gonna throw $5 in for potential to win, you know, a head clown? I mean, something neat.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, I mean, it
Boom.
was that fast. What I did know though is like all my bananas and cinnamons, there were certain genes that I didn't put in the raffle. They just sold right off the table. But the rest of the stuff, I mean, and we was hitting.
That's the Jones effect. The folks started seeing other people winning the raffle. They said, "I want to."
Hey, KG came up to hang out with Rich from Capital City, and I run into him. I was talking to him, and I said, "Man, we're over here doing this, right?" And Bomb Project, and KG come by the table and checked us out, and he's like, "Dude, y'all keep doing what you're doing, big dog, just because y'all winning it."
He's not slacking on the back.
Yeah.
No, he ain't slacking.
Shout out to Rich.
That little go crazy.
He got some real dope
I love
merch.
that shirt, dude. I love it.
Rich a good dude, man. Rich is a good dude, and then his buddy Nate, the real McCoy, they've been in side by side at the show Saturday.
That Bomb Squad, man. Y'all gotta join that Patreon, man.
Yeah,
Bomb Squad, baby.
Yeah, they're both really good dudes.
But man, they gave me a lot of support, you know. So hey, man, anytime you need us, give us a call. We'll help, you know, we'll point you in the right direction and do what we can. And maybe one day I can vend down there, you know, at KG's at the downtown LA show.
That's what's cool about us, man. What is some stuff we share about the show, Dredd? If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
That's right.
Friends out there on the West Coast pulling down stuff I can't afford to get to. I'm over here doing Dallas, Atlanta, Daytona, St. Louis, Memphis, Nashville. Like I'm over here in the Southeast, Midwest, and he's over there on the West Coast. And so between doing that, we've got international guests. We have an Australian guest coming on this month. Nice. You know, we've done London and Scotland. We've had a Canadian guest on last week. You might have heard of him, Marcus Jane. So we just keep it popping.
Hey, he's smooth, man. He's smooth as hell.
Hey, you know what? Hey, you know. We might even be, I know somebody done got him before. We might even be getting the Tiger King himself.
Trying. It's not hard. You just got to pay for it. It's real easy.
It's
out?
Yeah.
No.
It's a phone interview only.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely not out.
He's not out.
The Tiger King.
Joe Exotic, the Tiger King.
Joe Exotic.
I made a joke of it. I made a joke of this in the beginning, like for real. Like this is gonna be my right.
Now my girlfriend's dug her heels in. She's trying to land this.
She's trying to land it.
GoFundMe. We're gonna start a GoFundMe for the appearance fee. I swear to God.
Man, look, we need Sarah Baskins. We need to know if she really fed her husband off. We need the truth. She don't got no more animals. She can tell us now.
Is she locked up?
No.
No, Carol's not. Maybe that's who we need to get. Carol.
Oh, sorry, Pip. Yeah, I drove to Kansas City to go to a playoff game early last year. That's a long ass drive, but it's about the same as Atlanta or Dallas for real. It really is. Same
put
distance.
Us in that category to make it sound
they ain't got the evidence on Carol.
They not gonna get nothing.
No, hell no. Joe said
What's
she's
up,
in,
cool cats and
he's in
hip
the septic tank.
I mean, you got to feed those big cats something, and they make pulverizers for the rest of it.
Y'all really think they fed that? Ain't no way.
Man,
Yeah,
yes,
bro.
it's way.
What other explanation can
Guarantee
you
it.
come up with?
Guarantee it. Guarantee
It's
it.
way, bro.
Y'all think that y'all 100%.
Dude, let me tell y'all, man. People get rid of some. Oh, dude, you want to get rid of somebody? Oh yeah, it happens.
Where'd he go?
Where'd he go?
Bro, he would have came out by now, bro. Like he would have shown up. Come on, bro.
Where'd he
He
go?
would have shown up.
His remains would have shown up.
Teeth at the very least.
So okay, so if none of that showed up, y'all think then what makes y'all think, bro? Because tigers are messy eaters, bro.
So
So what?
They're gonna eat all of you. You're gone.
No,
bro.
something had to have at least been left behind or something, a finger or something.
Poop.
Poop, exactly. You're gonna go look for
Okay.
you're gonna go search a tiger pen for a finger. You're not going in there.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, this isn't enclosed. There wasn't hyenas and vultures and things and various scavengers to carry the bones off. If you dropped, in the jungle in India.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, you can get rid of that. You can get rid of those
Absolutely.
bones. That's the easy part of it.
Sawdust. You can grind all that up.
You can
You're
grind all.
good.
Yeah, you can grind all that up.
Y'all
man.
I
sound
mean, we've
like
seen
some
Red
serial
Dragon, we've
killers.
seen Fargo. We know these things.
Y'all sound like some killers.
I'm telling you, bro.
Y'all sound-
Hey,
You gone, man.
sometimes the phone answers and then somebody goes, "I need the cleaner."
Hey, where is
I'm
he?
on my way.
Kevin
Oh,
Mooney.
you in the
Kevin
red?
Mooney.
You in the red? I'm a race car, motherfucker.
What up,
That's
Kevin
one of the
Mooney?
best scenes in Pulp Fiction to this day.
Right.
So
That is wild.
So Phil, when you were in all of the different places, like you was in the store, you was in the zoo, you were in all them different places, what was one of the most fascinating animals you were able to come in contact with and actually work
Hold on,
around?
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
I would say the flying fruit foxes, the fruit bats, were really interesting. They're really big in person. They're really friendly. They take fruit right out of your hand with their little. They hang upside down, of course, and they're little cute, dexterous hands, and they reach out there with their web wings and then take the fruit and eat it while they're upside down. They were actually really cool. That was really neat. There was spiny echidnas from New Zealand that are endangered species. Not terribly fascinating, but rare to see, to work with, to be able to get your hands on and be, in charge of taking care of them. So stuff like that was pretty cool. Wallabies, ringtail lemurs. So some of those were really cool. Pygmy marmosets, little finger monkeys. Those were cool.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I got to work with birds of prey. So at the zoo, you had to get worked up and signed off on various animals that you could go into the public and do touch and talk education with. And once you got 4 or 5 animals signed off in your box from the supervisor, you could do the little show in the amphitheater where like field trip groups for school kids would come and they'd all sit down on the benches and you had to go through 4 animals for like 20 minutes total. But you had to have a handful of animals to pick from. It was things like possums that are used to humans or birds of prey, red-tailed boas, BCIs, stuff like that. That was easy to handle. So I got to work with some cool birds of prey, like even a caracara, it's a pretty big falcon from South America.
Yeah, they're
when
huge.
they're on your arm, they got really tall legs that are like scorching red, I believe I remember, and they're a sizable bird. Them screech owls, various North American owls, stuff like that. So that was cool. I'm 17, so here I am like with a leather gauntlet holding a bird of prey in public, and I was trusted enough to have people's children pet it. So that was kind of wild.
Yeah, right. Yes, I mean, if you've seen one up close, they're intimidating.
Yeah, their look on their face is just like I ain't messing
It's
around.
that bird eye just looking.
But they were actually quite neat, yeah. And in the reptile shop, I mean, we had licensed American alligators. They had a toe tag in between their webbing. They were legit. Full size caiman. There was 13 to 18 foot Burmese and retics and stuff like that. I work with. Shop pet was a full grown mangrove, and that thing was mean as hell. We did not. It was wild caught, of course. Back then, everything was. So we did a lot of our own veterinary procedures, man. We did our own flagell, our own sub-Q injections, our own mite and deworming, all that stuff. Removing eye caps, which is all pretty cool when you're that young, probing, all that stuff to kind of get exposed to that when you're like 15 and a half, 16, getting paid on the clock. And I had to learn from someone. There was only like one other employee. We were seriously understaffed. I never could find him again. John Koff. That guy was awesome. And
John Koff. We're gonna find him. John
Yeah,
Koff.
Koff. He actually turned my love on for alternative music, like the deep stuff, like early Cure and like Elvis Costello and Stone Roses and all that stuff. Like it got me into alternative music that to this day I still dig in deep to. I wish I could find that guy. I went to his wedding even. I even went to his wedding, but he never did social media. He was older than me, so he never got on that crap. And I can't find him. I wish I could.
We're gonna find him. Hashtag John Koff. Everybody.
Destination. What it do?
So what's
Appreciate you tapping in.
one of the animals that you least like to have to deal with?
Oh gosh, I would say probably macaws. As much as I like them, to view them, to look at them, the mess and their bites. Golly, they are. They're macaws are tough. They're eye candy, but gosh, they're not fun to live with long term. I don't think I could make that 75-year commitment.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah.
You said they live for 75 years?
Yeah.
Damn.
And they're highly social and psychological. And if you break their group, like they'll pluck themselves till they die if they lose, if they're like in love with their owner. Yeah, they can have really big emotional problems if they get, like, say you buy one off of Facebook or Market, but whatever, and it was bonded to its owner for 10 years and Meemaw passed away and now it's got a new owner and you're it. Oh, good luck to you. That thing, they become psychotic. They're really hard.
So one of my cousins, one of my cousins, he had a parrot, and it was like that, and they ended up having to relocate it and send it out to Florida. They have like aviaries down there where they're with other birds, and some of them they pluck feathers out until they just bald. They just got feathers on just the head. They just are like chickens, like plucked chickens, and they said that happens. So I don't know about a bird. You said 75 years. That's a long time.
Yeah, African grays, your cockatoos, Moluccan or sulfur crusted, and then of course all the colorful macaws. They're cool, but if you watch nature like shows about them, they fly in large flocks. They're really social.
Yeah. Those are animals you will definitely will out.
Need you to keep it doing. Y'all can hear
that? Now we can see it. You putting them on the screen. So,
when you get a tortoise, you're going to need to make arrangements for when you're gone.
Oh yeah. Had I kept that big sulcata I had, that joker was like 200 pounds. He was huge. Yeah, he would have been. Kids, you're gonna be with him for a long time. But a rescue came and picked him up. There's a big rescue south of us down there toward LA area. I don't know. They must have 60 acres out there. They got a lot of land, and it's a big sulcata rescue.
Nice.
And I rescued him from somebody when I got him. I'm like, okay. And he was all jacked up. His carapace was all jacked up, and I got him all healing and looking better. And anyway, we found another place for him.
So how was it owning the cicada?
Huh?
How was it owning the cicada? Like,
he was fun. He was fun. The kids could ride him, man. When they was little, they'd get out there and ride on his back, and they'd feed him. His name was Spider-Man, and Spider-Man was cool, man. They'd feed him and stuff. But they're big army tanks. Yeah, they're big army tanks. Like I had a big, one of them big ceramic barbecues, a big green egg. Them thing 2,500 barbecue. He got up beside that thing, and they don't know what they're pushing on. And I'm like, he's gonna break that barbecue. And I went over and grabbed him, jugged him away. Then so I had to build a big old block wall to keep him in one part of the backyard. But they're fun. But dude, they duke like elephants.
Did it dig?
No, he didn't really dig.
Nice.
He did not at my. I didn't get.
Have y'all ever seen the video that's on Instagram with the I don't know if it's Instagram or TikTok, but the dude is a turtle. I don't know if it's a tortoise, because I think it's a tortoise. And he has a black Air Force One. And he did like a line. He did like a maze of Air Force, some white Air Force Ones. And then and then he put the black Air Force One in front of the turtle. And every time the turtle sees the shoe, it goes and it just rams it. So like, and then at one point he
That
was
little
like
shell
a
fella had
racist
some hate
turtle.
in his heart.
Yes, bro. It was so funny, bro. But that just made me think about it because I'm like, damn, was that a tortoise? I think it was a tortoise.
Yeah,
I
that
think
was
it
a
It
was
made me
too.
think it was a sulcata. But bro, that video was so funny, bro.
Yeah, he has some hate in his heart.
Yeah, no doubt,
Facts.
no doubt.
Facts. Like,
He saw that black shoe and realized he was late for his clan meeting. He's like, "Get out of my way!"
yeah, like he was bad, bro. I've never seen the turtles, and it made it look.
Yeah,
And
that
he
was
made a
wild.
noise as he was doing it. That noise was so random, bro. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. You ever hear them when they're mating?
Yeah.
And somebody just took their kids to the zoo, a
Yo,
petting zoo,
I
and
don't
they had
want to ever hear it
they had
again.
4 of those, and they were trying to mate, and the kids were trying to feed them lettuce at the same time. Like it was random. He was really multitasking though.
And the one dude was getting it and eating the lettuce
Yeah.
at the same time.
He was multitasking.
Gotta
bro.
feed the
It was
breed.
wild. I see, literally.
Yep.
He's trying to keep his stamina up.
Now, probably one of the worst things I ever had to take care of is, man, I worked on cattle ranches and everything, man. I learned how to palpate. I mean, get your arm up in there, boy. All right, did all kind of stuff. Well, my buddy's mom got into emus.
Oh.
We had to go
Damn.
catch them. We need y'all to come over. You got to be right. You got to be careful with these things, right? You got to be careful with them. They're delicate. Bullshit, that ain't delicate. Them jokers will tear you up, man. We had to catch them things 3 or 4 times and move them, and and we're like, you know what? You finna have to build something to catch them in because we ain't doing this no more.
Yeah.
We run out there, catch them right by hand. No.
Are they fast? They fast? Like
They
ostriches?
fast and they'll jack you up, dude.
Yeah.
They'll kick
You ever
and
seen
they'll
a
swing their head
cassowary?
around.
Those things are like real life
No.
dinosaur bird crossovers, man.
My
yeah,
fear
emus,
of big
yeah,
bird
yeah,
is
dude.
legit. Like my friends make fun of me, but my fear of birds that stand as tall as me is legit.
Oh, it's legit. It's real. Yeah, it's real.
That's
I was about
very
ready to
good.
daggum feed them to some gators over in Cross Lake.
Nope, not me.
Gator bait. That's what I told her. I said, Miss System, this is finna be gator bait.
Yeah, and the cassowaries, they're murder birds.
Oh
Right?
yeah.
Right.
Like their nickname is Murder Bird.
I'd love to see
Yeah,
one in
fucking weird.
person. I would.
Nah.
Blake's Exotics keeps them.
Cassowaries?
Yeah,
Oh,
I believe so. Check his YouTube out.
Wow.
Wow. That's the one with like the blue head with the thing on the top, right?
The
Yeah.
Murder Birds.
and
The
they got
dinosaur
really
looking bird.
oversized T-Rex feet and legs for their size. They're really weird.
Fucking Murder Birds.
Hold on, I'm about to Google that shit. Hold on.
Do a cassowary. I'm telling you, that's a Pokemon. That is something evolution forgot from it's the link from
Spell it.
dino to bird that still exists, man. I promise.
Yeah, if a Pokemon had a demonic look, like a real deal demonic look.
Nah, them Jones pretty cool.
They are cool.
Spell
They
it.
are very cool.
I'll stick to button, quail, and chickens.
I think it's
Yeah, no doubt. No
C-A-S-U-A-R-Y.
doubt.
See what?
C-A-S-U-A-R-Y.
Yeah, pull one of them up. Murder birds.
Murder
This is-
bird.
They
This is
live
shit
in the
that nightmares
underbrush
are
in
made
New
of.
Zealand.
Oh yeah, that's that dinosaur looking shit. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
big
hell
gang.
no.
Hey,
That's
no
an ugly
way,
ass
bro.
bird. Ugly ass bird.
That'd be a cool tattoo because nobody else has one. I'm gonna give you a
Yeah.
cassowary
Yeah.
tattoo.
You want to come over and see my cassowary? Nah, but I think I'll pass.
This shit,
Dude, look at that thing.
Them Jones.
Nah, I'm good.
bro, that shit got a whole face.
Look at the one with the mouth open at the bottom.
That's like an ornamental turkey.
Oh, the one that's yawning at you?
That ain't yawning.
Dude,
It's
dude,
coming
he
through
looks
your
like he
eyeballs,
wants
Brian.
See, look at that. He's ready to peck your eyeball out right now.
Yeah, I'm good, dude.
Yeah,
Bro,
that's-
I just had an idea, y'all.
Look at them feet.
Man, I'm gonna have nightmares now.
I think those things are
Listen.
like 3.5, 4 foot tall, dude. They're not small.
Oh fuck! Did it stop? Okay, listen. I just had an idea for a TV show, right? Okay, so I was saying, what if it was a cartoon type of TV show, kind of similar to like the Family Guy era, like vibe, right? that bird is the main character. But Darren's voice is the voiceover for the bird.
Oh, dude.
I love your voice, bro. Pause.
Come
No
on.
joke. You it's just in the southern twang, bro. Pause. But
And there's some real
Hey.
arrogant, like techie neighbor
Yeah.
that's always trying to make cassowary
Yeah.
casserole,
Oh
always
my
trying to eat his
God.
ass.
bro, that shit would be epic. I'm telling y'all that shit. That's an idea, bro. That's an
Yeah,
idea.
it's
I would
about
watch
to be out there and watch. You know, I'm like, I told you.
Like,
Somebody
wow,
throw
we
that-
could have been making we could have been
What happened to
making money
Dredd?
off
Oh, Nickelodeon signed him. He's no longer on the show.
He's the cashier now.
Hey, it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time.
You just got that voice, bro. Like, oh,
There's
God.
got to be some AI for that. Can we do
It's a matter
talking?
of
Can we
time.
do a talking AI where Dredd can do our voice in the background? The bird.
Hey, this no joke, no
Someone
joke.
drop
though.
that link.
I called somebody one time, and I hadn't talked to him for probably, I don't know, it must have been 15 years. I called. I was at a job, and I called, and I didn't even know this person worked at this other place. I was just calling a vendor, and they picked up the phone. I said, "Hey, I'm looking for the parts department," and she goes, "Is this Darren?" And I go, "Yeah, who's this?" "Well, it's Haley." I said, "I ain't seen you in 15 years. She goes, "No one would ever forget your voice, ever."
Dang.
And she goes, "What, right?" And I goes, "You shit me 10 and that quick." Picked it up
Dang,
that
that's
fast.
right.
And then I've had other people, same thing, like, "Dude, I've heard you in a room and come over. That's Darren." I don't know. I just stand out here, I guess.
All right, DJ, start writing it, man. Let's
Write
rile
the
this
script,
up,
man.
dude.
Write the script.
I'm,
I mean,
bro,
you know.
bro.
Check this. This is funny.
He's contacting. Hold on, he's texting
When I
his
was in the
agent right
Navy,
now.
when I was in the Navy, I could imitate Forrest Gump pretty good. And
I
Bubba.
would love to hear that
Imitate.
shit.
That's
Right, I can
I would love
imitate
to hear
Forrest
that
Gump
shit.
and Bubba pretty good. It's probably not as good these days. And man, we was in Bahrain, and you know how it is. The more you drink, the more funny it gets. They got me to roll. They got me to going on it, right on Forrest Gump, and then they kept agging it on. Jenny's gonna play with my cat tonight. We gonna climb up a tree, and I'm gonna show her. Anyway, we not gonna get too X-rated, but right, we kept rolling with it, and then they'd say something, and man, take another shot. I had them laughing so hard. One old boy threw up. One old boy peed himself. The master at arms is like, "Man, y'all got to get off the bus, go get a hose and wash it down." He said they called me Bobcat in those days. He said, "Bobcat, you ain't allowed on the bus no more with this crew."
Nah, that's epic, bro. That's pretty cool. That is cool, man.
Shrimp Creole, shrimp kebab, shrimp and rice, pineapple shrimp, orange shrimp, gold shrimp,
Jumbo shrimp.
right?
you see why Dredd's quintessential. I mean, I can't do this alone, man.
Yeah,
Lieutenant Dan, magic legs.
That's wow.
That's funny.
That is wow.
Lieutenant Dan's crab legs. That could be like a great dish.
So,
Yeah.
Oh man.
what projects are you
Loco?
into, Darren? Like, what projects are you currently working?
Okay. Some
Yeah, let's
nice.
get to the meat and potatoes.
Yeah, brisket on the smoker, potatoes. That's right. How to fit anyway. Smoke this cat right here. We trying to revamp. I'm still gonna stay working some Batman stuff. I just love the Batman
Whoa.
project. I'm growing some girls out there. I'll show you one I
Subscribe
made.
to the page.
Watch this. I'll show you one I made.
Subscribe to the page, y'all. Show love. We appreciate y'all typing in.
So we're getting into some clown pies, some hypo clown. I scored black exanthic from Serpent House, Chris, a
Nice.
male. We got a female. My wife went on auction. It's one of those late night deals. I'm not going to try. We're pretty baked. Anyway, I'm not going to win this auction. Well, she won a damn pied, het hypo, het TSK. And I'm like, what the hell? And then I'm like, you know what? Why not? So she found that male shed tested, proven for hypo and TSK. All right, I'm like, all right, well, we'll get him, and then so I can start bringing that in. We're still working some G-Nex. I'm still trying to get some females to go with my G-Nex male. We're still trying to find our path a little bit, but I do want to do hypo clown stuff for sure. She loves the piebald stuff, so some clown pie. I do want to bring the TSK in. Constrictly and I are into tri-stripe,
Hypo tri-stripe, baby.
hypo
We got a 1.2
tri-stripe, and then
together.
whatever else I send to invest in. I got some lavender stuff. I'm trying to just prove some things out and work with. I got a good, nice mail from Lavender Het Pie from Portuguese at the Pomona show.
Nice.
I'm still trying to find my footing here and write and figure it out. But I'm having fun with it. We're learning it. We know we want some bright. She wants some bright stuff. So I got some super OD, go over here and things like that. But this is one. Here's a little scarecrow I made. Well, not okay.
Is that a humidifier behind you?
It is.
Oh, okay. It looked like your head was on fire.
But that's the first one I made. She's almost visual, but other than her head.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, he didn't. The female didn't prove out with my het. The female was supposed to be in either clown or het pie in this guy's collection, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna put him to her anyway. My leopard spot nose het clown male. He's proved out, and we made a few, these and some pretty cool snakes. Now I got her with a piebald male, my wife, because I like super banana with super OD stuff, and I go, it's your project, do what you want. So we'll see. Maybe she'll prove out pie, but this is the thing. For the local area, though, these bananas are selling like. So whatever I can get that looks cool with the bananas, I'll move them. I mean, bam, that quick. But that's one. Yeah, that's why he been fire.
Oh, okay. Cause I'm like, this shit, like it looked like your head was on fire.
No,
I got
dude,
a sweet spot for banana.
We out here in Cali, dude. We keep it smoky all the time,
We keep it smoky.
Dread got to stay cool, man.
Y'all funny.
I speak that language.
So that's one I made. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy right now. I did acquire this rack behind me. Let me tell you this story. This was kind of pretty cool. So my buddy's getting out of this, and great dude. DJ billiards balls. I mean, a solid individual. Right? I owe that guy a lot. We're buddies. When I'm getting into it, I'm buying his homemade melamine racks and stuff like that. And he gave me a little sea serpent hatching rack, and he really hooked me up with a lot of stuff. And then he calls me one day. He's like, man, I'm getting out of it. I got to get rid of all my snakes. Okay, I understand. And I said, but you really don't want to get out of it, do you? And he goes, well, kind of not, but there's some family issues. And I said, all right. So I thought about this for a while. And I go, man, I need some rack space, and you're getting out of it. And he goes, I'm going to bring that rack to your house then. I said, all right. And then he goes, whatever's in that rack, you use it. Keep working it. If it's a female you can put in a project, work it and get the babies. We'll figure it out. It's yours.
Damn.
So it's a lot of G-stripe stuff, but there's still a few snakes in there. Like there's that lavender head orange ghost female G-stripe that I can use, a couple of different ways. There's 3 or 4 of them there that I could use.
I would go with acid.
Oh yeah.
In the G-stripe stuff.
I love hallucinogens. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I have to look at that because there's still females here we hadn't got rid of yet. We need to dump more of the males.
G-stripe doesn't overpower it.
Okay.
You know what I've seen recently? You bringing up G-stripe, guys, and I know you got that available to you, Dread, and Brian, you're bringing that up. In the last week or two, I have seen 2 or 3 animals that were het G-stripe that were fucking jaw-dropping. And it's like, I like the het G-stripe, whatever it's doing, better than the visual G-stripe. And I kind of went, is that a thing, or am I just seeing lucky specimens? I don't know, but het G-stripes, I wish I should have had better examples, but they were
I'm a big fan of working het influence over some of the visual.
Het G-stripe is, dude, killer. I don't know why, but I saw 2 or 3.
It's
got a
like you got a
question for you.
4 gene, a 3 gene animal that's just an absolute banger, and it's had clown, and then you make the clown, and you're just like,
Right. Sometimes you're right. I've seen that. I'm still trying to
Alright.
figure out
Yeah,
which
man.
ones I do want to work with, but he's like, dude, get him up to weight. Let's keep working them. I said, so you ain't getting out of it. He goes, no, we just do it at your house. And I just
Yeah.
keep sending you, right? You feed them. I keep covering feeders and whatever. He goes, you want that rack? I'm going to just give it to you. You can have it. So it's, I
That's
said,
dope.
what? So he basically, here, just take it. We'll figure it out down the line. And he's like, I ain't fuck it. Use it as long as you need it. Keep selling everything I got in here you don't want. Whatever you want to keep, we'll figure it out. And then, don't it just like, sweet,
That's
let's do
pretty
it.
cool, man. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
And then I scored a kind of a local feed store out here for any of my overflow, rodents, any rats. And he's like, dude, you bring me everything you can bring me. I'll sell all yours and everything that I get from my vendor. He goes,
no kidding.
yeah, so I'm trying to up my production a little bit just to, take a little more over there and offset. And it's, dude, it'll be, I'm building another rack this week already. So
How many you got at rodent racks, dude? 8?
3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6, and then I guess 7 racks that are.
So you're going on 8. That's what I thought you were.
It'll
about
be
at.
8. Well, the one that's got the lab style stuff in it, I'm gonna move that and make the 5 tub.
How many you got? Oh, 5.
I'm running 5 high.
Okay.
So there's 5 high, 5, and then 5 of those. And then I got the other day from my buddy. It's more of a maternity style tub, and it has only 10 tubs in it. So I'm running it right now too. A 1.2s in those, but I got to build a couple more racks to keep it. And I'm running 1.4s.
Nice. That's a good.
You got 30. Man, that's a lot of damn.
It seems like
I
if
got
you
a
have
lot
the
of racks.
time in the room, that rodents is the way to go.
It's and I get in there twice a week, say a Monday and a Thursday. And clean what needs clean, and then and if I got a spot clean during the week too, once in a while, but it's working. I mean, the snakes are fed.
That's the important part.
I feed Missouri. I'm feeding Missouri and Kalmbach. I mean, whatever one I get the best deal on, and I have delivered right here to the door, and it just, I don't know. You couldn't do it otherwise.
No.
All right, so let's hear it.
I was buying feeders. I was buying feeders from my friend up here, and she helped me out a lot too. And,
which feed do your rats prefer, or do you just not notice?
I don't really. To me, I kind of think they like the Kalmbach better.
Yes.
Yeah.
To be
There's
honest
gonna be a
with
lot
you,
of people that love to hear that.
I just brought it in, a couple weeks ago, or whenever, month or so. Anyway, I'm still trying, doing that transition because I had a lot of Missouri, but it seems like they might like the Kalmbach a little bit better.
Nice.
And you know what? To me, it like Missouri has a certain smell. It doesn't bother me, but it bothers my wife. That Kalmbach doesn't have that odor like that.
Right.
The smell is way less, and even everything just, I don't know, it just seems to work. So
that's wild.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Brandon?
I had to get Kalmbach back because I was using All Cat. I think that's what it was called, and I had like sunflower seed mix and all types of other stuff. And I come home, and all the All Cat will be thrown out the tub. So yeah, I had to switch back.
yeah.
I get a 50-pound bag of Kalmbach for like $22.99, no tax, at a farm store here.
Yeah,
dude, that's better than I wish I could get that out here. I wish
you did too.
Yeah, I get it for $25 for 50-pound bag. I'm looking at it right now. $25 for a 50-pound bag.
I'm like $32.
Damn.
Mine is like you. Mine's like
and that's Chewy delivered. I can't get it any cheaper anywhere. I've called everybody.
Yeah, that's me too.
Yeah, and so what Missouri it was actually a pretty good deal even through Tractor Supply at 50-pound sacks, and then they go, oh, we're gonna give you 40-pound sacks now and keep the price, and then they raise the price even at 40.
Hate that crap.
So that and then they drop the price again, but you're still paying. I get 10 more pounds of Kalmbach for the same price.
And I hate that shit. I had that with I noticed that in my Klondike bar last night. It's like half as thick as it used to be. It used to be like that. I'm eating a Klondike bar, and I'm like, it's like it's literally half as thick as it used to be.
I'm just not gonna do as much as I used to for that.
I spent $4 for 6 ice cream bars. I mean, I want them jokers fat. I was trying to get me a deal, and now they're cheating me out. I hate that crap.
But it works. I mean, it's right. I'm doing it. We moving. We you know.
Yeah, so Dread's actually making money on rodents. I'm over here barely enough time to survive to grow mine enough, like 4 or 5 weeks, because I have 100 babies at any time. I run a 7-drawer concrete tub that I made, and then 2 tubs that I got from my rat breeder who got out. I run like 24 girls, 3 boys, and I kind of move my boys around. I'll consolidate babies, clear them out so the girls are ready again, or the boys will stay in the tub, and I'll just have girls that are staying too skinny visit him, whatever. And then, so I just kind of move my boys around about every 7 to 10 days, and they just go visit drawers that I need them to. So I run like a 3.24, and I keep like 60 to 100 babies on the ground at all times, just from a pretty small amount of space.
Them some lucky boys.
Yeah, 3.24.
Yeah, I'd be like the only person in the world that doesn't breed rodents anymore.
Yeah, you might be, Brian.
I might be.
All right, so here's my room.
Woo! Look at that. That's like nice, dude.
No ventilation?
Yeah, there's a big vent fan over there.
Okay.
It goes straight to his bedroom.
And then I got fans everywhere else. Eventually, we're going to take this out to the shed in the back and run power out there. So, but it's all plumbed in. I mean, it's doing what I need it to do.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
It looks nice, bro.
Yeah.
And then so I'm going to modify and take the lab style tubs here that I started with. I'm going to put a couple, the concrete tubs or the Freedom Breeder tub. I'm building 2 more of these to replace that, and then I can still use that, but I'm gonna make it a little more efficient in here. And again, if we move out to the shed, I can probably put 2 more racks.
Got you.
So I can slowly build up. I just got to run the power out there, which I don't think will be too bad.
Nice.
It's already wired up in the shed. We just got to run it from the house to the shed.
Yeah, you should be fine. I think you'll be fine.
But so far, it's working. I mean, it's doing what it does, and I'm happy with it. And it's feeding the snakes, and starting to recoup some costs. And that's the biggest thing is, and for new keepers getting into this, they don't take account to how much feeders are, and then I'm buying another snake. Okay, well, that's fine if you feeding 5 snakes. You start getting to that 10, okay, then what? You best build a rack. Especially at $3 a wean, $4 a small. Prices vary across the country. I get that, and I, same thing. I'm buying $3, wean, $4 smalls. I got 15 snakes over here. That was adding up quick. So,
as long as I stay loyal to my rodent guy, he's got me.
Yeah.
I had a great rodent guy, man, but then his life changed. You got to get out.
And it's, and then picked up a few clients. And then again, the feed store out there is like, man, our vendor can't keep up right now, and we'll take all you got. And I said, I'll just keep growing it. He goes, keep growing it.
There's people constantly trying to pirate my rats from them.
Really?
Oh yeah, there's rodent suppliers down here. I'm not gonna say their names because I don't want them stealing my rats. So they can go to hell. But they hit them up, and they hit up all the local rat breeders here and try to take everything they have.
Dude, if
they go resell them.
Now that we have tariffs on China, it's going to get a lot worse. Your rodents are going to be short supply. They're going to be a lot more expensive. They're going to look like Nancy Pelosi. You're going to grow them in your basement. Beautiful rats, the most beautiful rats you've ever seen.
What You're not wrong, because I've heard there's certain frozen thaw suppliers that bring rats in from China.
I mean, like, wow.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
That's what I've heard.
There was a little list. I can't remember who was on the list because I don't buy from those guys, but there was a little list of rodent suppliers that bring them in from China.
Bring them from China.
And I'll tell you
Not
what,
anymore. This is America.
yeah. And you guys
5%
know,
tariff.
That
right?
shit's
And we're
funny.
learning this too. The quality of feed that you feed your animals, your rats, right? That shows in your snakes.
Yeah,
You
of
know, if
course.
your rats are healthy and clean and look good,
Oh,
your snakes
thanks.
look healthy. You know, just
Yep.
like us. We eat healthy, we look healthy. And I'm noticing, man, your
Thanks,
snakes
Steven.
are big, your rats are healthy because I keep them clean and feed them good food. You know, if I eat good, they need to eat good.
Hey,
You know,
Appreciate
Hey,
the
what's
kind
up?
words.
Leviathan.
Anytime.
Do you
These guys
think,
are great guests.
Do y'all think that snakes or reptiles in general can have like skin, different like a skin? What would it be called? Like not necessarily like a disease, but like skin
conditions.
something like issues or something. Because I have this one snake. It's a GHI.
No,
Yeah.
I was
He
gonna
is-
say okay, say less.
He is like super dry.
Is it a
He's
super
perfect.
GHI?
It's a GHI yellow belly.
It's not a super though.
No, I don't think he's a super. I'm not sure.
I've heard multiple times from different people that don't know each other, super GHIs and their problems. Thick skin, dry, eye caps, like all kinds of weird stuff. So that's why I asked.
I mean,
No,
think
I know
about it.
he's not super because he didn't produce all GHIs in his first parent, but his skin is like extra dry feeling. It's like rough.
Need some lotion.
The
Yeah.
dude's weird.
Where's
but he's
Elias?
perfectly
You gotta call
fine.
it live.
And you notice not every snake not every snake feels the same, right? Their texture, their scales are different, or how smooth or rough or whatever. That's no different than any other, right? I raised horses and cows. We did goats. Anything can have a skin condition. I mean, even their coat. We had horses. You know, oh, this horse is going to feel the same as that horse. Nope, that's not the same. And that's just DNA. That's just nature. You know, none of us have the same feeling skin. It's no different in wildlife.
But I don't think, Brand, that I've noticed it otherwise, to be honest with you.
But
What's up, Angel?
Okay.
Awesome chat. Down
What's
here.
up?
Steven,
that's the way
great.
that's the way I've
Pat.
always looked at it. You know, like what animals are more true to the earth and nature than we are. You know, if you really want to learn how things are, study the wildlife.
Yeah,
And-
for sure.
And the wildlife don't lie.
No, for sure. So Phil, what all do you keep? You got a lot of stuff back there. I see
Man, you
like
just took the words right out of my mouth, bro.
I stay
Yeah.
very laser focused.
I'm looking at them little enclosures behind you. What's in
yeah,
it?
what's in that?
that is my chondro condos. That one's occupied with outcross, not technically a designer, but a very nice animal from Carly of Coastal Morelia. The other three is not yet occupied. Once animals are quarantined and they're of a size of, say, 6 months to 18 months, that's a nice little home for them, but they have to get through quarantine status. But I don't have them filled yet. I have my third chondro coming from Chuck of Chill Chondros this spring.
Nice.
That will ultimately end up in there. The one in there, I can take her out. She just ate last night, but she's on a removable perch. Chris in the box. I love that. That Chris at 3D is great, man. Great stuff. So she's in there. She's going to be a year old in 2 weeks. The big 4 foot below it is my Brazilian rainbow boa enclosure. She's like 5.5 foot. I put her in a drawer so I can make it easy to show you without having to try to dig her out of her hides in there. And the rest behind me directly is ball pythons. I use a lot of black box dividers for Vision 70 tubs. So animals that are 5 to 800 grams, I can grow in here for a while. So I'm doubling my capacity. And
Wow.
animal plastic rack. And then that's animal plastic racks with, unfortunately, they're just container store tubs, but they're very cheap. They're like $3 for shoe boxes and $5.50 for boot boxes. So I love variability. I love to be able to grow. Like this chondro thing here, those dividers come out by hand. They're not even screwed in. They wedge in. So that can be 1, 2, 3, or 4 enclosures based on my needs. Of course, it's only 12 by 12. So you still have a little bit of a depth and height.
Yeah, but that's good for 4 chondros.
Yeah, for young ones to give them a year and a half. Yeah, once you get out of a 7 quart, I've had good luck moving them up to this. And And then, so I've got a chondro in a 2x2x2 cube. This one here is vacant. That's just, I traded off some pet quality ball pythons for a pair of 2x2 chondro cubes. So that one's vacant. My other one you can't see on camera is just to the side of me here. If I don't get the shit bit out of me, I might be able to take them out. I do have a nice movable purchase from Tyler's Green Trees in there.
So we give away kudo points for every bite you get. They do not count towards anything, but we just like to see them.
Yeah,
can I earn? Is John still here? Can I earn some forge coin every bite I get from this Biak?
We've been accused of encouraging it.
Let me get my. I have some fire turnouts. Let me go ahead and put those on so I don't get injured.
Gotcha.
Some gloves.
This Joker's in full feeding mode. Yeah, this is not going to be pretty. How about I take out the little one?
You gotta take out the one you're most afraid of. Pause.
I'll give it a miss. We'll see if we can get it to chill out.
Man, there's something different about keeping chondros, so I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, one day I'll have me one over here. For sure. I've got a boa and a really cool speckled king snake, in the collection as well. But
yeah, I got 4 adult boas, and I gotta tell you, the red tail pees a lot.
Yeah.
Urate's fucking a lot, bro. I'm constantly changing that shit in there.
I'd like to try to do, breed a set of boas at some time. I got to sex this one. She was kind of a rescue, but I think she has the genes in her to make like sun glows. So she's definitely hypo. Yeah, that sucker's nice right there, Phil.
I'm sending 2 female doomerals out to a friend soon.
Oh, I love doomerals.
Oh, that's pretty.
I had some things go in my household where it kind of stalled it for a minute.
Yeah, that's pretty. You said that was a year and a half?
This one? Oh, no. This one's over 3 foot long. This one, it's captive hatched on a farm. I wish this camera would come in focus, god dang it. This one's probably close to 2.5-ish years, maybe 3. I do believe a male. There we go. It's focusing now.
Nice. Nice. It's greens, yellows. I see them.
Yeah, lots of white flecking.
Lots of whites. Yeah, I see that.
See if I can get it any better for you guys. There's a paper over my lighting, but it's still kind of blowing out. Let me see if I can turn on the overhead. It might help diffuse it. There's a lot of white fleck, and he's only got black up under its tail. I tell you, I'm just not winning at life right now. There we go.
Yeah,
all right.
Oh, wow, that's the computer screen there. Yeah, this one's over 3 foot. Like I say, I estimate to be 2.5 at 3 at most. I think it's a male that's very, very active at night. Sits pretty slender and tight on the branch. Just its nighttime activity leans to being a male. In its size, I just don't. Like I said, I don't have definitive answers. It was on a farm, so.
I love the white speckling.
Oh, I know. They're just beautiful.
So he did pretty good you see, it's really cage defensive. It's turned on for food. So that's what you really got to, be concerned with. But in general, it's not vicious. It's just cage defensive. It's no joke.
I got one I can pick up and then one that just wants to bite me every time I go near it.
Yeah, my buddy's Beox that way. That joker wants to get him every time he goes near it.
Go ahead, Brandon. Tell them about your story.
I had talking about the emerald tree ball.
Yep.
So
I had that thing for about 5 minutes.
I had an emerald tree ball for literally 2 days.
Yeah.
And dude had to ship out, man. Dude had to ship out. I seen teeth. When I see teeth, nah, you gotta go. I didn't even know it was mean. Like I was freehanding it and everything, just straight raw dog and the daggone meanest. Crazy. It was crazy.
Then you seen its teeth.
Then I seen his teeth. And dude had to go.
Could have been worse. It could have been a sand boat, I bet you.
Could have been.
Motherfuckers.
Or jumped at you, you know what I mean? It didn't even really have to bite. It just jumped.
Flail.
So this girl's going in the shed. She's very dusty looking right now. She's very hypo. Gosh, I wish this. I'm struggling. This is just the computer backlighting coming back, and so this is not full awesomeness, unfortunately.
That's
I can see
beautiful.
the pattern on it though. That's the pattern on it it's crazy.
You don't get a lot of connected dorsal with the triangles like that, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that thing's crazy. The pattern.
I would hold her. She's friendly. I do believe it's a girl, but I don't know for a fact yet. But she just ate a pretty hefty meal last night, so I'm not going to mess with her. But she's
And
much.
that one is a year and a half.
This one will be a year old, right around St. Patrick's Day, a couple of weeks away from now.
Nice.
It's
Yeah, I like the
beautiful.
pattern on that one. That pattern reminds me of the inventory ball.
Well, the camera on the struggle bus, I tell you, it picks it up and then it drops it. It's just stupid.
Yeah, it's like it's trying to focus on your fingers versus the snake.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so then I give it fingers.
There you go. Yeah. that
Well,
thing nice.
also she's dusty, so she's going in the shed. But she eats like a hog, so I've had to slow her down.
Oh, there you go. There you go. That's-
Man, their eyes are so wild looking.
Her grandpa on the sire side is Kronos from House of Blue.
Okay. Man, you do want to see an impressive Instagram. I'll tell you what, that's one to look at. House of Blues Instagram. Yeah, dude, it's incredible.
It's crazy, man, how they keep the lineage, you know, on the chondros like that. It's
Yeah.
like they're raising. It's like you're raising a racehorse, you know. This is the
Yeah.
lineage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are probably the only things that you can actually make a family tree on.
Right.
It's wild because you have no idea how it's going to turn out. I mean, you might have some kind of clue, but you just don't know.
Too bad they won't stay red.
Hey, if they stay red as adults, that'd be crazy.
I'm one of the very, very few that likes the yellows more. I just think they're better looking as Neos. What they can do put aside.
Oh, right,
Just by looks alone.
Yeah.
You know,
I
what
like
they
all
can
that.
do, I would prefer reds, obviously.
Phil's rooms came a long way since the beginning. I'll tell you that.
Oh man,
Yeah.
huge.
He's came a long way. It looks good. Eventually, I'll get mine looking right. But I'm one of these kind of guys that it like, you know, you ever seen Tin Cup? Right, he plays golf. His swing's left unfinished. Well, sometimes my stuff's kind of left unfinished.
That's beautiful.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Yeah,
This is
rainbows
a
are
higher
awesome.
orange. This is my medium size Brazilian rainbow girl from Scales out of Las Vegas.
They're
Dude,
Dude,
beautiful.
he's got to have some of the brightest rainbows, no doubt.
She's more orange in person than it's coming across in camera. I promise you that. She's not as rusty. She's more of a bright orange, but it doesn't really translate so well here, unfortunately.
Man,
They've
look
got to
like
be like one of the most underrated snakes.
it is. Look like the Kraken.
They eat so well, and mine are so friendly. I got 1.2, and they're just so friendly.
And you said that's the medium size, so they get bigger than
this
that.
is my medium girl. Yeah, she's a god. She's a fourth or fifth of the size of my big girl.
Yeah, but rainbows don't get very big anyway.
The girls will get 6, maybe 7.
Yeah,
Boys
that's
around
not-
5.
And they're
Yeah,
not
that's not
heavy
too bad.
bodied like other boas, right?
No.
No, not like BCI, BCC. No, they're cousins of anacondas. These guys are. They're in that lineage of
Okay.
anaconda, actually.
Yeah, 'cause my Doomerals are cows.
Yeah, 'cause my Doomerals are cows. 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 'Cause my Doo
But they're just awesome animals. I mean, that's why it's my logo. It was a dream animal like Chondros was. So I'm really excited. This year, I should be one of my pairings to be my big girl. And then they get to where you don't even have to hold them.
I like to watch when they climb the trees.
So are they arboreal or are they on the ground?
Primarily on the ground. I got this big 4x2x2 that's, my girl gets up and cruises around a bit in the branches, but it's primarily ground dwelling. They'll explore for sure, but my young male's in shed. I would take him out, but he's probably half this size. I'll grab the big girl. I got her in a drawer here.
I like seeing other species.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, that's kept right, and that was a whole deal. You get sick of, as much as you love ball pythons, you get tired of looking at ball pythons. Let's look at some cool stuff,
Yeah,
Something
it's like
else.
it's the gateway drug.
Yeah, it is, and no doubt. I mean, you don't like that paint job? Make a new paint job.
Yeah. I started with doing ball pythons. Next thing I moved on. I started.
So I left her in a drawer just so I could get her out easy. But this is the big girl that hopefully should pair this coming winter. Not this one. She's spreading urates. I think she's about ready, which is a sign for them. My boy is too small right now. So.
Oh man, that's beautiful.
She's about 5.5 foot.
That's nice. Ooh. That's not big 5.5 foot. That's a nice. So what do they eat?
Just rodents.
Nice.
This one will eat, I guess, what would qualify as a medium rat. If you buy them frozen thawed, a rat that's probably 6 inches without its tail. Good sized animal.
Gotcha.
What's your average litter on rainbows?
If you're lucky, I mean it's like 25, but I mean it can be anywhere from like 12 to 30. I would say 18 to 22 is an average.
So you're getting a lot no matter what.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's the average price range for them? Or is it like
about 325 to 400 for basic ones?
That's not horrible.
No, there's no morphs, there's no odds gods, there's no praying, there's no incubation. That's just take 20 times that number times 300 and just there you go.
So they have these in pieds also, correct?
Pied is not pied so much like a ball python. It's more of an aberration, like a paradox. There is a pied, but I've been looking more into the morphs. I was really just a purist, but I think if I do anything, it's going to end up being the T positive caramel albinos. They have the golden green eyes, not the red pink. There is a true T negative albino that I'm not so much into, but I think I'm going to get into T positives, and it's more predictable, as in similar to ball python pairings. When you get to line morphs, Picasso, zebra, there's different line morphs out there that they're aberrant patterns, and they're not very. You can't take two high expression animals and expect an all high expression litter. It's a crapshoot. And the same way with pied, you can't. And pieds are expensive, $3,500, $6,500 a piece. And you can't guarantee, and it's a low irregular white. It's not as clean or as nice as a ball python pied. It's more lateral. She's got me handcuffed now. It's more lateral around the bottom, along the belly and stuff, and towards the tail. And it's not as attractive. Like not as even and speckly with up the sides like a calico. You can at least kind of bank on from neck to tail. I just don't see them. For me, visually, I wouldn't invest the money into a pied project on these, and even line morphs. Though I do like some of them, it would have to be a damn good deal for me to get in, because you don't have a guarantee. It's not like taking a head to a visual and getting some of them. You could take two visuals and kind of get, and so where's your 10 grand go? Well, your 7 grand or whatever you spent for the pair.
Gotcha.
Where a T positive caramel operates more like the normal het and recessive trait game in ball pythons. That's a lot more predictable. and those babies are 100% hets are like 600, and visuals are like 12 to 1500. So a lot more affordable to get into that. And you know what you're getting. You're getting a more dependable product. And that's one thing I like about the rainbow boas is that out of the odds gods and ball python breeding and out of the mystery box of chocolates you get from chondros, I know what I'm getting with these. And so it's more of like, am I going to have a commission-based sales job, or am I going to go to a 9 to 5 and take a more menial pay that's dependable and I can feed my family? So it's kind of like, think of it in two different ways. I might get one lucky all gene animal in a ball python clutch. I might not. And who knows if you end up with really awesome chondros or maybe more basic ones. You can't predict it. At least with these, I know what I'm getting into. I know what my investment is, and I can take that times how many in the litter, and I can plan what I'm getting on that animal. So it's diversifying my risk and my heartbreak a little bit, I suppose.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. So those give live birth, right?
Yep. They do.
Mama lied to us. You know what you're going to get in that box of chocolates.
But you can see they're just so sweet. My daughter will just pick her up. My daughter just picks her up. And this is Bibiana. I don't really name my snakes much anymore, but that is Brazilian for of color of the rainbow. So her name's Bibiana. And nice. My daughter, she's 9 nowadays, but I mean she's been holding her for a couple of years, and she's just the most sweet animal. Like but she eats like a fucking demon. You feed her, the floor shakes when she strikes. I mean, she's a beast at the feeder. I can reach in her cage in the middle of the night and take her out, and she won't bite me in the pitch black.
That's crazy.
Oh.
But you put a rodent in there, you better hold on to your hat. She's gonna destroy that thing.
Dang, that's tough.
But they're so sweet and they're so dependable as far as like their temperament. I don't know. I love them. They're a great animal, and I think people should maybe keep them more than they do, because high humidity and cooler temps is not all that hard to achieve with a few simple husbandry tricks. It's really not that hard.
So you still importing, Phil?
I really haven't started yet. I do have my import-export license. I haven't started yet. I'm working on a couple of things with that. I will be getting, the Marcus Jane list. I have a list of animals from Marcus Jane. I'm working with him directly, not exclusively, but I am working with him directly here in the U.S. So there is that. And I'm working on some animals that I'm hoping to get out of England through a breeder over there, that a large shipment to one customer. So we're still kind of learning the ropes. I will admit I don't know all the answers yet, but still, work in progress. But yeah, trying to be above board, legit, and do it all the right way.
That's dope. What made you even want to get into that?
Import?
Yeah, that specific part.
Chondros, new blood, Tamika specifically. It's only worth the risk to me if I can get really rare localities. Otherwise, it's not worth the risk. So, because health risk. I don't mean other. I mean health risk of getting them acclimated and settled in. So for me, it is really about rare locality chondro blood, or finding something crazy unusual in the bush, even if it's not unusual locality, and you just go, "Holy cow, what the hell is that?" That's a lot of yellow, that's a lot of black, or a lot of blue, or just whatever. If it's really weird and rare and you get it out of the bush wild, then I want it along with localities. And that's really the main A1 reason that I got into it. No questions asked. Oh, she's trying to get on the mic stand. No.
Guys, I'm gonna have to tap out. I apologize. I'm dealing with some major spaz issues in my neck and back. So
no, you good, bro.
Dred's gotta go. Dred's gotta go.
Appreciate
medicate.
you coming out, man.
I gotta medicate and get his shit under control.
Try to get better, dude.
No problem,
Yeah, it's something I've been dealing with for a long time. I'm seeing
before you slide
on Friday.
Before you slide, I would say just let everybody know where they can find you at real quick before you go. Hold on.
Man, I'm on IG, Dreadnought Python. Same on TikTok. We're everywhere. Just like that, Dreadnought Pythons. Look us up, give us a follow. We're saying, man, we'll try to support everybody where we can, and like I say, I'm not worth a flip on social media. I try to do my best, but we're here trying to do it, man. I appreciate y'all. This has been a great hangout.
Oh, for sure.
No doubt, man. Same. Y'all come hang
I
out with
appreciate
us.
you coming out.
Yeah, y'all come hang out with us anytime y'all want, man. My campfire is always burning, so
All
y'all
right.
get out here. Y'all get
And
out here
we
to
gotta
the
make
west side.
that cartoon
Right.
too.
Y'all get out here to the west side. Y'all come see me, man. We'll throw a brisket on the pit or something. And hang
Oh,
out.
yeah,
It might be in June. I might be out that way.
It might be, yeah. Trying to do a KG having a cookout.
Oh, well, see, I heard
So
about
one of
that.
the one of the super shows in June, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
so
Well, hopefully I get
appreciate
to see
you for
y'all.
tapping in,
Man,
bro,
man,
man. Thank you,
shoot.
thank you,
Thanks for the
We
invite
ain't
for
gonna-
sure. This has
we ain't
been
gonna
awesome,
be-
guy.
Definitely
Yeah,
go
for
take
sure.
care of yourself.
Yeah, it's all good. All right, man. I appreciate it. Phil, love you, bro. We'll see you on the flip.
Red, love you, my dog. Get that back some rest, and I'll
you know
let you
how
tomorrow,
it is,
my
man.
friend.
He's been with me dealing with this for a long time. So sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, but it's all good.
If I was there, Dread, I would rub it for you.
Pause.
Hey, gotta go soak it in cider, for a while, and it'll make it better,
Pause.
Spit on it.
Spit on it.
All right, homie, get some rest. I'll let you soon, bro.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
All
See you,
right.
buddy.
And then there were 3.
Dun dun dun. So this is a hypo. We have a 1.2 visual hypo het try. This is from Juggernaut, and it was sold as 66%, but that looks like that's one hell of a head influence for 66 on a tri-stripe.
I would say so.
I would say that's a hundo, but
Fucking just missing a couple of eye holes.
What is that?
hypo het tri-stripe.
Oh, that was visual.
Yeah. And it was bought as a 66%. So I'm confident that's a hundo. But either way, that's a strong head influence. It'll prove.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if anybody ever said that and it did not prove.
I don't know, man. Look at that. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a boy.
That is wild.
Yeah, this is the male of the trio.
Damn. Are your females visual or they hit?
Nope, they're also het. One's a hundo and one is sold as 66. I'll show you his clutchmate sister. But because he was the male, we pulled the trigger on that auction and we won it. We were really happy about it. This was the first. It's the only thing that me and Dredd have gone in halvesies on so far.
Oh.
But yeah, we're gonna work that. We should have. I got one girl that's like 800 grams. So if that goes as planned, hopefully she'll be pairing next winter. We'll have hypo tri-stripe visual this coming, or in about a year from now.
That's dope.
Yeah, I would think that's probably going to prove out for you.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a cool one.
You made your incubator yourself?
I did.
Oh, that's dope.
It seems like tri-stripe's gaining a lot of ground.
I think so.
Yeah.
This is his clutchmate sister. Not quite as visually stunning, but still nonetheless a hypo.
That shit bright as hell.
Yeah, it is.
Is that orange ghost?
Nope. It should be. She's pretty gray, ashy in person, but she's the other het try.
That's nice.
That was his clutchmate. She won't be ready by the winter. She'll be the year after, but that's okay. I've got one ready for this winter.
That's good. Flash. Some tri-stripe. Ash, you sitting there all night. All of a sudden, you see tri-stripe. You talking? That's crazy. That little divider kind of tough.
Oh yeah, those are awesome. Shipping kind of stinks on them, but they're only $18. If you get 2 of them, shipping's like $22, and it goes up from there. But those dividers are $18. They're worth their weight in gold. I am slightly concerned. This one's Orange Ghost. This is 100% het tri-stripe as well. Completely unrelated, completely different source. Very different layout. I mean, it's not as visually stunning as that boy, but reputable source. I Brock at Morphinary Arts to kind of switch up his collection a little bit. But this is visual hypo. But like I said, I'm thinking it's Orange Ghost, not straight hypo.
You definitely see the tri-stripe influence in that one.
But this is the other girl. She'll be ready. She's like 800 grams. She'll be ready come this next fall, winter. So about a year from now, we should have visual hypo, visual tri if the odds God smile upon us. We're going to work other stuff in there, but that's what we're starting out with.
You're going to nail it.
I hope so. But yeah, that's one of, actually I got this one not terribly long ago.
I feel like a lot of people wear trash right now. There's a lot, but I feel like a decent amount of people wear trash right. Like, a lot of people were auctioning shit. A lot, bro. A lot of trash stripes.
Tri-stripe's my favorite stripey gene by a mile.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, of all the stripe genes, it's my favorite.
What if somebody just made like put all the stripes into one snake? That'd be funny. It's a G stripe, B stripe. What else you got?
It'd be interesting. Probably be washed out, but interesting, I guess.
This girl's for a very specific project. I'm trying to improve upon Robert Barclay's Iron Man 2 project. I'm going to be improving it, hopefully, if it works well. She's very dedicated to it. This is a 6-gene animal from Canova, actually. Only Canova animal I have.
What up, like
Yellow belly leopard, Enchi, jungle woma, het clown, het pied.
Damn.
Now, I won't be doing much with the het pied, honestly, but everything else is valuable to what I need. But you can see her head. Her head is really cool. If she'd be still. She's being shy. Come on. She's got a really neat head. And the little
yeah, it's pretty wild.
Mustache. She won't really hold still to focus. So not a visually stunning animal, but I've been buying things. I've learned the hard way to buy things for their genes, not a pretty pet. So Iron Man's a neat animal. It's a bright scorching yellow with a black, very minimalist, super enchy, like a mohawk stripe down the back that just barely connects. I'm hoping the jungle woma brightens and cleans that up further. She's going to an Orange Dream clown enchy male. So, but yeah, this is the only one I wouldn't buy. I mean, I don't buy Canova just because it's a cool name, but this one just happened to be an animal that had just the right. I don't need het pied, but just had the right stuff that I wanted for that project. It's not terribly complicated. I just love it visually. I don't really care what it sells for.
Interesting. So you like reading? You say you haven't read this area yet, right? Or you haven't had a clutch period?
Haven't had. What was the question?
I was saying, have you had a clutch period since you've been in the hobby?
Not since I was a kid. No. So I got back into this about 1.5 years ago with the purpose. And I had some ready to breed animals, but I stepped back because they weren't valuable enough. And I just didn't want to waste resources on stuff that was spinning my wheels. So I bred things like chameleons, Chinese water dragons, crested geckos, basilisk, things like that back in the day, but not purposely with the snakes until I really went into it hog wild this past year. This is one of my favorite girls. She's yellow belly, Cypress, 66 het clown.
I was just about to say Cypress.
Oh, yeah. She's awesome. She, too, is going to go to that same male, Orange Dream, and she clown boy is going to go to her. So hopefully we get a Cypress to pass on to the babies and a visual clown. That'd be really nice. The Orange Dream.
Yeah, Cypress.
She's one of my faves.
Really nice.
I like her a lot.
Yeah, it's tough.
My main project is honestly, it's VPI, Hypo, Desert Ghost, Clown. I have 8 girls and
Hypo doesn't ghost town. Damn.
3. I got 4 males, 1 backup boy. So I got 5 boys and 8 females in that project. And I only have like 23 ball pythons. So you can understand how much I dedicated to that one goal.
Right.
I mapped out, and I've got a nice little new plan where each boy has 2 girls to go to maximize visuals and high percentage hits with the lowest odds, meaning the best, the best odds of hitting it. So I sat and I've run them all, back and forth. And I've got a plan where which boy goes to each 2 girls. And then the magic won't really start happening until Gen 2, Gen 3, if, things go well. Not to say they will, hitting 4 recessives is freaking hard. That's why those animals are so expensive because, good luck to you. But nonetheless, that's my pet project in balls.
Nice.
But yeah, I got things like spot nose, yellow belly, orange dream, fire, all that kind of good stuff mixed into that project. But it's all mostly in my girls. Pastel, of course. Finally got some black pastel the other day in my collection off of Kittinger's table in Atlanta. For a black pastel, super leopard, lavender, het clown, hopefully offsprings.
It's a good table to get it off of.
Yeah. Yep. And I got an asphalt animal off of Leviathans from Stephen and Courtney. I'm really happy for
nice
that.
table.
I've got some yellow belly I got a yellow belly GHI pastel. I think het pied. I have to look. I'm not doing anything with the het pied in that particular project. No, het lavender. I lied. Het lavender. I lied. I'm going to go for the GHI pastel freeway is my goal.
I have no idea.
Yeah, hitting something? Are you hitting something?
Yeah, like we're in a submarine every now and then.
Like a sonar or some shit.
Yeah, like a sonar or something.
I'm actually in a submarine. Yes, you figured me out. What's up, Will and Audra? They were great guests. Thanks for hopping in. What's up, guys?
What's up? Will? Oh, Rockhead, man.
Oh, yeah, the glizzy gobbler.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's returning fire every chance he gets.
Every time, bro. You don't let it die.
Yeah, man. This year, I think I'll have looks like six pairings this year, and 20 something next year. So,
what's the most anticipated one?
Honestly, probably my pet, the Iron Man, because that's gonna. If I can hit a couple of those visually out of that, I will be super happy because nobody else. I can't find them in America. You can Google Iron Man 2 by Robert Barclay. It's out of the UK. No one's doing it. It's not.
That's a combo.
Yeah, it's super etchy leopard, orange dream, clown. I'm cranking it up a notch by adding yellow belly and jungle woma. So those are some genes that weren't in his recipe that I have added. We'll see.
Super etchy.
Yep, super etchy leopard, clown, orange dream. That's the Iron Man. Oh, well, I really can't. I'd be remiss in saying that I'm not getting a pair of animals from Marcus Jane. So there's that. I will have Hypo, super duper, ooper duper, double super orange dream, pied, Hypo project, and also some scrambler super OD. I mean, I'm getting a boy and a girl. I'm not going to pie everything under the sun, but that scrambler boy is going to a few things. So I'm definitely doing some Marcus Jane scrambler when I get that. Looking like April when that should be in my hands, and as well as everyone else who's got an animal through me who's put deposits down. If you want that list, I can DM me on Instagram. It's better than TikTok by a mile, but it's constrictly.business at Gmail. It's pretty easy. Constrictly.business. I can shoot you that Google Doc spreadsheet. And so I've got, I don't know, God, I got 7 or 8, 10 animals already accounted for off of that list. He's selling stuff on the Canadian side, but yeah, 25% down. Looks like we're going to be, I think he's closing a list. He said late March, beginning of April. And then it'll take a few weeks for them to ship out. They're going to come through his shipping channels, his people. And then I will be distributing to folks from Memphis, Jonesboro, and get them out. So, and he may help with that and have a better solution that's even tidier than that. We'll see when we get there. So
Nice.
Scrambler, Hypo, Super OD, Pied, all that good stuff, and a pair of animals coming from Marcus Jane. So that's coming to my collection. Pretty excited about that, obviously, needless to say.
Yeah, I would be too.
Mm-hmm.
I love that Scrambler, Brian, still that you sold. I'm still drooling over that. I love that animal you sold.
Wait, Brian, your scramblers going?
Huh?
One of your scramblers are going?
Yeah, one of them.
Damn.
And another one's promised to somebody else. And then I'm keeping the
Yeah.
rest of them to do what I do with
Oh, you got
what
a
I do.
bunch. I don't know why I thought you had like 3.
Nah, we're stacked over here, bro. We just don't talk much about it.
That's true.
Scramble. You scramble in the world, huh?
Nah,
Yeah,
we're
sure.
Mandarin the world first. That's first and foremost over here.
So orange everything.
See, I'm gonna black and white and silver everything. You know what I mean? You gotta have them things you're excited about, dude. That's what's so cool about this, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, this shit's about. Well, Phil, I appreciate you, bro. We're gonna cut this one a little, like a couple minutes short. So I gotta go do something real quick with my girl. I appreciate you for tapping in, my brother. Definitely a dope episode, man. Appreciate you and Darren, man. Naughty Business crew.
Man, I appreciate you making some time, having us on. Big appreciation, man. I do. Thank you so much. And let me know if I could do anything in the meantime. I'll be happy to help. I'll do what I can. But I definitely appreciate letting us on here tonight and flap our gums a little bit.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Man, let everybody, I'm gonna blow you a real quick pause. Let everybody know where they can find you at, my brother.
Yeah. Easiest place is going to be Instagram for sure. Constrictly Business. I have that handle everywhere. No one else really has that. So YouTube, our show every Thursday, generally speaking, 7:00 Central on Thursdays. This week is an anomaly. I do have a Saturday guest. I have a boa, Benson's boa, and she said, I'd rather not go into them, 8:00 at night, her time. So we're doing a Saturday show. Often we do that for folks overseas, like in Europe. So this Saturday is going to be noon, 1:00 Eastern. Definitely advertise it as such. But yeah, YouTube, you can subscribe so you don't miss a show. Everything that I've done on TikTok, except for the 3 first shows, has all been uploaded on there as well in the past, historically. But now we're just straight up live since the first of the year. We do exotic pet keepers one week out of the month. We have a reef keeper this month in March.
Oh,
so that's cool. Pretty exciting. Beck's Bobtails, shingleback skink keeper out of Australia, who has a mega massive following. She's going to be a guest this month as well. So some really cool stuff. And yeah, catch me on Instagram, YouTube. I'm on TikTok, but not as much anymore. So really, those are the 2 main places for real to catch me.
Okay. Definitely appreciate that, man. Definitely. I'll make this shit. Boom. All right, there we go. Definitely appreciate y'all tapping in, man. We definitely got to make some shake in the future. So once again, everybody in the chat, we appreciate y'all coming out. This has been another dope episode of Off the Plank. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Subscribe, man, and turn the notification bell on so y'all can make sure y'all get here on time, because we're gonna be on time. But yeah, and also consider joining my channel, man. Got some dope behind the scenes content, backstage content of my everyday life when it comes to this reptile hobby. And just, dealing with what I deal with in my life. I know everybody got a story to tell, so come check mine out. You did. Other than that, that's all I got. B, you got anything before we slide?
Nah, check out my Instagram. I post once in a while.
Oh no! And make sure y'all check him out on Mondays, and make sure y'all check him out on Sundays.
So yeah, let me say
Mark
that real quick. Sunday,
Yeah,
we just
go ahead.
started a couple new shows this week. Sundays we started Morph Map. We went over the acid gene, so check out the replay on that. Monday nights, Brandon and I do the Great Outdoors now, where we don't talk shit about reptiles. So if you're looking for reptile talk, don't come to that show. We're talking about hunting, fishing, hiking. In the future, we're gonna be talking about foraging, basically outdoor activities only that keepers and other people have. We got guests coming in, bro. You wouldn't believe. We got guide services that are guests. We got all kinds of stuff coming on.
That's interesting.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's dope. But yeah, man. So other than that, y'all, we are out. We will see y'all next week. Where we have. Let me see what we got real quick.
When's Chung Reptiles coming on?
Next week.
For real? For real?
Yeah, that's funny that you asked that. Yeah. So next
I've been
week we'll
waiting
have
months for
Chung
this episode.
Reptiles. It's gonna be a dope episode because it's gonna be
The whole
some
episode's going to be about,
incubation.
well, most of the episode is going to be about maternal incubation on different species.
Maternal incubation. So if y'all want to know about that and learn some more about that, tap in with us next Tuesday, March 11th, man. Same time. Be there or be square.
I'm going to send them a message to remind them.
Facts. So other than that, I am BJ. That's Phil. That's Brian. And we out. You did.
All right. Peace.